Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway, and welcome to another RPG horror story. Today, it's a strange. To me, it's strange. Maybe you guys will agree, maybe you guys won't. But it's about a cleric who doesn't heal people. Yeah, you heard me right. It's about a cleric that doesn't heal people. We're going to jump right into this one. Roll post. This happened a few years back now, but sometimes I still shake my head and wonder what at this experience. I joined a new group at a local game store. New DM, few new players, a couple experienced ones. I discussed rolling a Goliath cleric, had a backstory and everything. Another player pipes in and says he really wants to play a cleric and he had an amazing backstory, ready to go. I don't make too much fuss and I roll up a bard. Yeah boy. First session, I take a hefty hit in combat, and I could do with some healing. Mr. Cleric refuses, goes on a 15-minute sermon about his god Kelimvor, and that any healing magic prevents souls being delivered to the afterlife. Therefore, this cleric refuses to use healing magic. The cleric, who stopped another player rolling druid, because a druid can heal. But thankfully, I'm able to pick apart his weak-ass logic and convince him that I'm not in danger of death. So healing me wouldn't prevent my journey to Kelimvor when the time is right, and by healing me, we can work together to deliver more souls to his god. Mr. Cleric agrees and heals. Now every time another character needs healing, we would have to beg. If a character went unconscious, it was tough. It was up to the rest of us to have to save that party member. Yeah, no, just no. Mr. Cleric, of course, was more than happy to heal himself, as Kelimvor would want me to remain on this mortal plane to conduct his works. We raised it with the DM, and he doesn't want to interfere with Mr. Cleric's well thought out roleplay. I end up dying and roll up a druid, promising not to take healing magic. I stay true to that promise for a session or two until near-death experiences awakes a newfound respect for life in my character, and I rewrite my spell list to include healing. This pisses off Mr. Cleric massively. Our characters argue over healing people, and we eventually agree that I would only heal those who are not beyond help. Mr. Cleric also states that he would always refuse my healing. Not a problem for me. Mr. Cleric ends up going down. We all watch as he fails death save after death save. By this point, he is out of character, demanding healing. I refuse, reminding him that Mr. Cleric made me swear not to heal him. Mr. Cleric dies. This breaks the player. He jumps up from the chair, shouting that we all sabotaged his character, ruined his RP, and he storms out of the shop, shoving over a display stand, which resulted in him being banned from the store. I didn't last much longer with that group after that, mainly due to the DM, but that's a story for another day. In post. Okay, as you guys know, I don't do a script for this part. I do my honest and raw reactions to this, and with that, I'm gonna be honest and say the first thing that comes to mind is fuck that guy in particular. Reading that made me wish I could reach through my computer and punch that kid in his face. Not just him, the DM. Yes, for the new people, I'm more of a physical type individual. I am not afraid of a physical confrontation. My go-to phrase is usually, what are you going to do, fight me? I'm a retired fighter. Just what are you going to do, fight me? But that as I said, that my standoffish nature with that no, just there was no reason you couldn't have two clerics in there. More healing, that takes the pressure off the first cleric. Like, I know that feeling because in my games, more often than not, I have to multi-class as a healer. I play with my son and my daughters, and my one daughter is 7, so she doesn't know too much about magic and all the complicated stuff about Dungeons and Dragons. So she usually plays a warrior. My other daughter is 13 going on 14, but my son is 17. He knows how to play a warrior. He knows how to play a cleric. He just often doesn't. So I'm usually the healer. I would love to have somebody take the pressure off me and we can have 2 healers. And that part where he's like, oh, well, I don't want to heal you guys because if I heal you, then, you know, that's making sure like your souls don't cross into the afterlife. Okay, like OP said, I'm going to pick apart that weak ass logic. Well, I am 1 soul, but if you heal me and make sure I stay alive, I will deliver many souls. So my 1 soul weighted against these many souls. What's it gonna be? That takes absolutely no kind of, that's a duh moment. Like, it takes no kind of thought to like, oh, well, if you deliver many souls to my God and all I gotta do is keep it alive, done. I lost brain cells reading that story. My head hurts. I'm not just a cleric that doesn't heal. That's like a pacifist fighter. No, okay, no. When I say a pacifist fighter, I don't mean like the guy that like he'll try to talk his way out of fighting, but he will fight. I mean the guy that won't even throw a punch. What good are you? But that's the end of my rant. I'm not reading that hurt my head. Just but if you're new to the channel and you like the story, think about liking and subscribing. If you're not new to the channel and you like the story, think about liking and subscribing. It's a small gesture, you know, on your end, but it means absolutely so much to me. As my regulars can show you, I love interacting with you. I absolutely love it. It's one of the highlights of my day when I get feedback from you guys. By liking it, it helps me know that I'm putting out content that somebody likes, and it also helps me by putting my content out there more because YouTube will put it out there more for other people, and then maybe they'll like my content. Hopefully, here's a hoping, you know. But I'm King Sway, and I will most definitely catch you guys in the next one. Holla.